You ever have one of those days when your past just shows up, like it never left?
Yeah.
That kind of day. Jake was having a regular morning. Grease on his hands, old country music humming on the radio, and his little girl, Rosie, sitting on the counter, swinging her legs and singing along. It was peaceful, the kind of morning that feels safe. Then, out of nowhere, a black Range Rover pulled up. Big, shiny, completely out of place in a small-town garage like his. Jake frowned. Cars like that didn't belong here. Not unless something had gone wrong. The engine coughed once, and went silent. Jake grabbed a rag, wiped his hands, and stepped closer. And then, the door opened. His heart just stopped. Because the woman stepping out wasn't a stranger. It was Olivia Grant. The same Olivia who left him 20 years ago. The one who chased her dreams while he stayed behind, fixing engines and raising his daughter. She looked exactly how he remembered, maybe even better. Same calm face, same eyes that used to make him forget what he was saying. Only now, she looked like someone from a completely different world. She glanced at him and said softly, "Battery's dead, I think." Jake couldn't move. Couldn't even speak. He just stood there, staring, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. She wasn't supposed to be here. Not today. Not ever. But there she was, standing right in front of him. Sometimes, silence says more than 10 years of letters ever could. Jake is under the car hood, but his mind isn't on the engine. Memories hit him, the old oak tree, her laugh, the night she walked away. Olivia is talking to Rosie, and the little girl instantly likes her. The way Olivia smiles at Rosie, soft, curious, makes Jake's chest tighten. He fixes the car quickly, trying to act normal. But when their fingers touch as he hands over the keys, something shifts. Something unspoken lingers between them. Olivia drives off, and Jake notices something on the seat, Rosie's red umbrella with cartoon dogs. He just stares at it. Could this be a sign? He whispers, almost to himself, "Maybe, she's not gone for good this time." You know that feeling when something small feels like the start of something big? That night, Jake can't sleep. Rosie's red umbrella sits by the door, like a quiet message from the universe. Across town, Olivia lies awake too, replaying the look in Jake's eyes. She's successful, rich, but lonely. Her assistant keeps calling, but she ignores it. Under the same sky, both of them wonder if they made the right choices years ago. Olivia whispers softly, "You haven't changed, Jake." But deep down, what if he has? Sometimes the hardest thing isn't finding someone again, it's finding the courage to talk. Next morning, Olivia walks into the shop. "I forgot something," she says. Jake smiles. "The umbrella." But they both know it's more than that. They sit for coffee. Laugh awkwardly. Talk slowly. She admits she doesn't even drive anymore. Life's all work. Jake just listens, quiet, like he always did. Then she drops a bomb. She bought property nearby, plans to stay for a while. Jake hides his excitement, but his eyes give him away. Softly, he says, "Then maybe this town's not done with you yet." Funny how the heart remembers what the mind tries to forget. Rosie is drawing at the table. She holds up her picture, 3 smiling faces under a rainbow. "Me, Daddy, and you," she says to Olivia. It hits Olivia hard. Jake watches quietly, knowing this little girl just said everything he couldn't. They start talking about the past, the night she left, the letters that never came. The truth comes out, she wanted to call, she just didn't. Life got in the way. Jake finally says, "You don't have to rush back tonight." Olivia hesitates. Sometimes, staying for coffee changes everything. Olivia decides to stay. They meet at a small diner with Rosie, sharing pie, laughter, and a kind of peace they haven't felt in years. Jake's quiet, simple life suddenly feels like something Olivia has been missing all along. She opens up, about her parents, her work, her loneliness. He just listens, steady and calm, making her feel safe in a way no one else ever could. And then it hits her, she's not as happy as she pretends to be. But Jake, he's still the one who makes her feel alive. She says softly, "Maybe we could do this again sometime." Jake smiles. "We could." And just like that, sometime feels like a promise. It's strange how peace can scare you more than chaos. Back home, Jake tucks Rosie into bed. Across town, Olivia can't stop smiling, thinking about dinner. But something worries her. What if she doesn't belong here anymore? Jake lies awake too, wondering if letting her back in will only hurt again. Both of them are caught between the comfort of the past and the uncertainty of the future. Olivia looks at Rosie's red umbrella and whispers, "What am I so afraid of?" The moment you ignore the world for one person, that's when everything changes. Olivia's phone rings, her assistant calling about a big deal in LA. She's supposed to leave, but she doesn't answer. She drives to the lake, the same one where she and Jake said goodbye years ago. Jake happens to be there. They sit and talk, not about work, not about the past, but about life. About what they lost, and what they still might have. Then Jake quietly says, "I never remarried. No one ever felt like you." Olivia's eyes fill. She whispers, "Then maybe, it's time to stop running." Sometimes, endings aren't really endings, they're just a pause in life. Rain falls as Olivia drives Jake and Rosie home. Inside, Rosie falls asleep on the couch, hugging her drawing, 3 smiling faces. Jake looks at Olivia and softly says, "You did good today." They share a quiet smile, not a promise, not the end, just the start of something new. The red umbrella sits by the doorway, waiting. A symbol of second chances. Olivia whispers, "Maybe fate just needed a little help this time." Jake smiles back, "Then let's not waste it." Sometimes, life gives us second chances, not to erase the past, but to embrace what truly matters. Love, family, and courage don't wait for the perfect moment. They grow in the moments we choose to stay.